What's going on? Watch Us React fam. It is your boy Rob, joined by Rick, and we are back with She-Hulk episode 6. This one is called Just Jen, so we're gonna go straight to it. No intros. The show has been very, if this episode turns out the way we think it might turn out, Rick and I are gonna have some thoughts at the end. So, without further
Hopefully.
ado, let's go ahead and get into the reaction. Oh Lord.
Bridesmaid. What's
You
with
know,
all the
they always
confetti?
go over the
It's like-
top, bro.
Why does anyone have a wedding on a Thursday?
Lulu's an old friend
'Cause it's
from high
cheap.
school. She's like, she knows my whole family. My
Thursday
cousin Jen is
Thursday
teaching
dates
wedding.
are
What?
super
Yes,
cheap.
We just like gradually grew apart.
'Cause who gets married on a
and we don't
Thursday?
talk anymore.
No offense to anybody who gets married on Thursday. Yeah, like
I didn't say nothing.
I no offense. I'm just saying.
It's a battle I didn't want to be a part
That's
of.
fine. It's just a divorce case.
Oh, so she's going as
You going as
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk?
Okay. Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Here-
Can I talk to you for a
Shots.
second? I can't believe you're doing this to me.
What?
Taking all the attention away from me with your.
But I go by Mr. Immortal. It's pithier. Can you blame me for walking out into traffic during rush hour and putting an end to the whole issue right then and there?
What's happening?
What?
That instead of having a conversation with your wife, you kill yourself to get out of the relationship.
I don't-
Is he gonna throw himself out? Was he-
Yep.
Is there an insurance claim?
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Well, at least now we know how he does it.
What the hell?
Womp.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, titanium.
I love that you never make any effort at all.
What are you doing here? This is my friend's very real wedding. You can't pull your crap here.
Jen, I hear you. Again, I do.
Yo,
But you sound insane right now.
Bro, they make her look
Like, can't anyone
crazy,
just Show
man.
up to my wedding, try and kill you or something. I don't know.
I don't mind. See, my plan was to strike up a very normal conversation with a beautiful woman stuffing her face with candied nuts.
Half the event staff is like quitting because of how I'm treating them. Do you think you could help me like clean some stuff up around here, straighten up, take up some of these empties, like tidy up?
Oh?
Was because of me. My friend sent me a link to a video posted on that site, Intelligentsia.
The one for hateful man babies?
Yep, that's the one.
Intelligentsia.
Anyway, you saw this man walk into a busy intersection, and then he gets hit by like 4 different cars.
Forged multiple fake identities. Frankly, all of these spouses should be filing criminal charges unless you're not in prison.
I will never understand women.
did they say they tried to resuscitate him this morning?
Yeah.
He's so brave. We just had to resuscitate him this morning.
Jonathan.
Why should we be punished for her mistake?
My son is not a mistake. You use the word mistake. No, you don't use the word mistake, and my son is the same sentence.
Yo, what's going on, my party people? It's your boy, DJ Incredible.
How is he popping up everywhere?
Wait, that's her. Is
That's
that
her brother.
Hit me with a heavy pour, buddy.
That'll be an extra $5.
I was like, wait, isn't that her brother?
That's her brother.
Oh man.
And she just doesn't casually realize that her brother's there.
Okay, Mallory?
That all work for you?
Does I have? Is that the absolute best you can do?
Right?
Getting my money. Getting my money.
Bruce, where are ya? Trying to get a hold of you for weeks or months or days or whatever. Call me back, you ding dong.
So she's using the She-Hulk form as a way to feel like she's being wanted or cared. That's why she just wanted to be just Jen.
Right.
Here we go. That's a dope suit, though.
Obviously, I literally said this isn't over.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, man. Oh, she's upset. Really?
Ice, bro.
Ice.
Ice. Ice is what happened.
What are we on in Disney freaking Cartoon Network.
No,
Oh, her
no,
teeth are
no, no.
cracked.
She-Hulk is at my wedding. Yeah. I love you so much.
Enough questions.
Okay.
Let's see.
What?
Oh, wait, I gotta look at this. What is this? She-Hulk. Hulking? Wait, what the hell? Oh, idiot.
Oh wow.
This is what?
This is
What
literally
is
cancel
this?
culture right
Wow,
there.
how do we kill
Like,
She-Hulk? This is dark.
That's
wow, how do we kill She-Hulk?
She not. Jen is better off. Just let her live her life.
Intelligentsia, and it's all of these like memes and death threats, okay?
Literally says, "Nah, don't tell her." And she's like,
She said it would just make you
tells
feel
her.
bad and so she'd protect her head
"That's a
space
friend,
and
bro."
live your life, but
Listen.
I mean, you know, obviously I didn't do that.
Careful, don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I won't. Get a little dip.
Uh-oh. Is the next phase of the plan ready to go? Hulk King. Oh, that's from Intelligentsia.
Oh, okay.
So the
Ah,
people
so
that
you
are
see the-
there. Oh, that's a
You
bigger
saw-
needle. All right. Well, that was She-Hulk episode 6, Just Jen. As we said, we were going to be very honest if we didn't get any type of progression in this episode. So I will begin before Rick is going to tell his side. It's getting boring. It's turning to a point where it's just like, all right, we've had 4 episodes since 1 and 2 where it gave us some type of storyline to follow, and then it's just been like, I get they're trying to do this sitcom thing, but it's just a little too sitcom-y. Like, there are these little instances here and there in every episode, but it's just like there's not enough for me to really be into the story and figure out who the hell the villain is, because Emil Blonsky, we haven't seen him since he's been free. So that's just Abomination, just, somewhere. And then Titania just seems to just be this social media person. And everything that I'm hearing, she's supposed to be strong and one of her like toughest foes, but it just doesn't look like it. Like she just feels like, I don't know, like a fly on the wall to Jen. I do like the Jen She-Hulk back and forth. Like, she feels one way when she's She-Hulk and she feels another when she's Jen. I like that. When it came to this episode, I could have done without the entire wedding, to be honest. I think I enjoyed the immortal part with the other, like the side cast, which is similar to last episode. I think I enjoyed the side cast with the guy and Winnie, getting the outfits, and just there was very like comedy in that. And I enjoyed the immortal and the 2 women like partnership there. And I actually enjoyed that more than the wedding. The wedding part just felt a little too forced in certain situations. And I also don't fully trust that guy at the end. They were watching him and they were spying on them. I don't know if he's a part of that, but we will see. So, I mean, for me, this episode is just like 6. We got 3 more left. Literally 3 more left. And these things are only about 25 to 30 minutes long. Will we be satisfied at the end? That's something we'll have to see. What are your thoughts, man?
So yeah, we did talk about, I this was what I was afraid of, and we had a little brief conversation earlier in our reviews, and I said I'm okay with the side stories as long as they don't get, it just becomes like too much. And I think we're hitting it. I think we've had like 3 side stories already, with like a wedding and her dating, and you had Wong, and you have, so the episode for me, it was okay. I totally agree with you. I think the wedding was an unnecessary portion of it. I don't know how that would progress the story along. I guess she had an encounter with Titania.
Yep.
But even then, I don't even think that you had to have a whole wedding to introduce like
fight
her
sequence or
friend in a
something.
fight sequence.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is what I'm worried about. And we talked about it in the very beginning of She-Hulk, is these really cheesy fight scenes. I'm okay with the, once in a while you have a cheesy fight scene where she has to kind of like, be reserved and stuff. But then again, even with the Titania fight scene, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was very just slapstick kind of like comedy fighting. And I mean, that's okay. But I feel like, you know, we have 3 episodes left, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna get to some like high, intensity stuff. But again, I didn't like that fight scene, and then Titania slips on an ice cube and breaks her face.
Yeah, that was
I'm
just the
like,
most non-believable thing. Like you're superhuman as well, and the ice cube gets you. Like I don't know.
yeah, I just that's what I have. That's where I start having issues with a series when they start minimalizing these entities in the Marvel universe. When they start making them not like threats, they make them kind of like these side, it's just throwaway characters. Um, like we have 3 episodes left, so definitely we got a little tease from last week with the Daredevil. We have the helmet, so that's in play right now, and this, now we have some secret organization who is actually trying to eliminate She-Hulk. So, but like I said, I wasn't a fan of the wedding scene. Then introducing Mr. Immortality or Mr. Immortal or whoever that was, and it just starts so much stuff. And I feel like, hopefully in the next episode it refocuses and kind of moves the story along. We have 3 episodes, so you have to kind of, you know, get it back on track, give us some kind of resolutions to these things that, or something, some kind of information to help us along with it. Like you said, Emil Blonsky, we don't know what's going on with him. We don't know who's after. We don't know who's after She-Hulk. We don't know where Daredevil is at, and the Hulk is flying somewhere in space. So
Yeah.
like I said, I really hope it kind of refocuses it and gets kind of like, some kind of, I don't know. I don't even know. Like
No, yeah,
it feels so
I completely,
scattered right now. So
we're like stuck in this weird middle of the show where it's just like you had us, right? You had our attention. We know who's gonna be in it. We were getting some resolution with Abomination, and it just kind of just like fizzled out. And this is where I'm saying where I think they're taking the whole sitcom thing a little too serious. I don't think we needed these filler episodes. I think we could have gotten 6 episodes, maybe an hour long. These past 3 or 4 could have been 1 hour each, and that would have been 2 episodes. Maybe do like split them up in when it hits like the half-hour mark, like it does at a sitcom. Like the sitcom ends and then another one starts. I think that probably would have been the best way, but I think the biggest thing for this episode was the way that it ended. Giving us a little look into, okay, they now have this intelligentsia website, and then this Hulk King person who created it is also messaging the people that are trying to go after her. Because, the message that popped up was like, do we go, do we continue further in our plan or whatever the statement was? And it was from Hulk King. So now whoever Hulk King is like, is that Abomination? Is that, who's the boss that these guys were working for? Because obviously they have a much thicker needle now. So I believe that it actually might penetrate She-Hulk's skin. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing how the encounter is with Daredevil, because it has to come. It has to come next episode. Like they can't just like leave it to like the very, very last thing after showing us the helmet. We know he exists. Um, will he be a one-off episode thing? We don't know. But that's where I'm at. Like I'm just it has to do something next episode to really intrigue me and grab me for those final 2 episodes. Like I went from being excited to watch this every week to like, oh, I gotta watch this every week. Like it's not an excitement.
right.
It's more like and then like with the reaction, like we both say the same thing. It's just like like is it necessary for us to why, like is there something big that happens? And clearly it hasn't. So that's the feelings that we both have towards She-Hulk at the moment. But 3 episodes three episodes left. I don't know why I said that. 3 episodes left. And yeah, that's 3 reactions left. Very sad. I don't think we have another Marvel show after a while. So I know we can stop with the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a bit. Uh, 'cause I know your sentiments towards
no,
the
it's just
MCU.
It's just I have a little bit of, it's always for me, it's just a little disconnect when it comes from, aside from like my favorite Marvel shows were Loki and
Mhm.
WandaVision. Is it I just like it just feels like a show. I don't know how to describe it. You could tell it feels
Yeah,
very, I don't know, maybe it's the grandeur of just the movies compared to the shows, but I feel like WandaVision and Loki had that, even though they're just shows, even though just little, they're not as big as one of the movies or anything like that. But, and like I'm starting to feel the fatigue in this show already, and I think, I really hope, it just gets back on course.
I
Loki
gotcha.
did it very well, and WandaVision, they did it very well. And it was just, I didn't watch Moon Knight, so you know, I didn't watch Moon Knight. I
Oh
didn't watch
man.
Moon Knight. I know I didn't watch Moon Knight.
Okay.
Just it
If you
wasn't, but
guys
I
want
did
him
see
to
Winter
react to
Soldier.
it, if you guys want him to react to it, he can do solo. I saw it already. So he can knock this out and we'll see his thoughts. Let us know if you want that to happen. But
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. And I think the reason that we felt so in tune with uh what's I went blank on the name just now. WandaVision. I was just like, wait, what's I was like Wanda and no, WandaVision. And Loki is because they currently in that show tie to events that just happened as well as a movie that was coming out. Like
Right.
WandaVision was dead smack in the middle of us ending Endgame and then Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So like we kind of like plus that whole scenario of WandaVision was something that was just culminating within the last Avengers movies. Like that was just like a feeling and emotion and we got sort of like the closure of that. These shows are a little bit different because they're the introduction of those characters. Like with Loki, we know even though he's a variant of the real Loki, I believe, because this is the Loki that when the Avengers went back in time, he escaped. I think in
Right,
the
right.
Avengers,
With the
Avengers,
Tesseract
with the
or
Tesseract, yeah. So that kind of just like lets Loki live a whole other life, and we're kind of going through that, as opposed to like Miss Marvel, Moon Knight. Even though Moon Knight's whole like thing about him is just completely different than Miss Marvel and She Hulk. I think just the tones of Miss Marvel and She Hulk, they're doing it in a much softer, like, oh, we gotta introduce a little bit about these characters. But I just think they have a theme around them, especially this one, like I said, with the sitcom. And
right.
yeah, and I can see Marvel wanting to try different things, but it's just when you just stretch the episodes this long, it's just how are you going to
Yeah.
keep us entertained? How are you going to keep us? And some people might like it. If you like it, then that's cool. But it's just our thoughts. You come and watch us for our opinions and our thoughts, and yeah, I'm here's to just hoping that the next three episodes are good, and are exciting, and want us to like continue watching them for the rest of the weeks. So yeah, so that was my closing spiel. Is there anything else you want to add on there, Rick?
No, that's it. Thank you for the support, as always, here at Watches React. A lot of growth. Very happy about that. And again, thank you so much for subscribing and leaving comments below and interacting with us. It really means a lot to us. That's all I
Yeah,
got to say.
big thanks on the comments part. Like, we love the whole communication, just community aspect. No fighting, no nothing. It's just a lot of like, listen, if you have thoughts and want to like tell us about certain heroes that we don't know, like go for it. We're all for learning more about the characters we're reacting to, we're watching. I know Rick appreciated a lot of stuff from the Black Adam trailer. For me, it was like the Black Panther trailer. So yeah, so we thank you again for the support on Watch Us React. We wouldn't be where we are without you guys, even though we're still very early, very small. The numbers that we've been seeing have been very good. So yeah, so continue to like the videos, continue to comment. And yeah, if you're watching us for the first time, please subscribe to the channel for more Watch Us React videos. For myself, I am Rob, and for Rick, we will see you guys in the next episode.
See you.